Scots with soul, we'll build this network. Scots and soul. Build this network on Scots with soul. No, there we go. What the fuck? Right, guys, imagine, right? Lego, joke. Lego, joke. Lego, joke. Loads of laughs on that third joke. Lego, cool story. Do you know what I mean? That's what we were talking about. Welcome back to the IndiScots with Soul podcast, guys. Apparently Twitch did not accept the stream properly. Fucking hell. But tonight we have Daakast and we have YaldiTime. That's who we have on tonight. Welcome Daakast. Welcome YaldiTime. Don't say fucker bugger. Oh fuck, I said bugger. It was better the first time. It was better the first time.
Bugger and fucky.
Why when I host? Right, Daakast, why when you host it? This is your first time hosting. Why did you get it so wrong, mate?
Mate, I don't know, man. See, to be honest, you're probably best just sacking as the new,
right, sound sacked
again, because...
No, apologies, guys. That is totally my fault, man. Well, it's not totally my fault. I pressed the same button that I pressed, and now you can hear and see me. So...
Mate, it happens all the time. It's no easy, man. It's no easy doing like fucking streaming and shit. Everybody says, I think most people get the impression that it is, but mate, shit like this happens all the time, and there's nothing else you can do. You just need to persevere.
But right, let's try and recreate that, right? So, there's pure hunters of fucking Lego in the world. They're taking over the fucking world. They're Legoing everything, right? We're going to talk about Lego and how they're everything in media. Daakast, what do you think about Lego?
What do I think about Lego? Mate,
what do you think about Lego?
I hate Lego.
We hate Lego.
Burn it.
Lego's bums.
You could build a Lego bum. You could build a Lego bum. See, that's something you could do.
You could do
totally,
that,
man. Totally.
I think the crux of Lego is there is too many Lego games. Too many. Like, I thought Lego Dimensions would be the end, because it's essentially the exact same game, but you just buy wee figurines, and that way you buy the figurines, they make hundreds of money, they're very expensive, and then you get more levels when you place the wee figurine on it, like Skylanders.
I need a cigarette after that stress, man.
We were just talking about how expensive Lego Dimensions shit was. It's £21 just for the Doctor Who stuff.
£21, man.
That's just for the levels. That's just the level pack.
That is fucking ridiculous.
Although I started off being heavy critical, right, of Lego and Lego games, right? So put it this way, let me just make that very clear. I hate the fact that there's Lego Star Wars, the complete saga, which is Lego, like the Star Wars movies, for episode 1 right up to episode 6. But you can also buy each individual fucking game as with each individual episode. You can buy Lego Star Wars Episode 1. That is one game. You can buy Episode 2, one game. And I'm like, why though? Why have we also then got an entire fucking compilation? And the thing is, the compilation was out in 2009. Lego Star Wars 3, The Clone Wars, came out in 2011. Who's thought, fuck, just wasn't there enough fucking time dedicated to Star Wars Episode 2 get the same game? Do you know what I mean? Like, Lego Dimensions is something, it's a different beast. Lego Dimensions has the potential to be really good for me, because I've I mentioned before, I'm a massive Doctor Who fan. There has never been a decent Doctor Who game. So when I watched, you can watch we developer interviews of them coming up with all the different references and wee small nods to the fan base based off the Doctor Who levels, and they put so much fucking effort into it, and I really would have enjoyed that, but unfortunately it was too expensive. And the same thing happened with the Sonic. They released a Sonic level pack, and I was like, again,
Sonic Lego? I didn't know that.
Sonic Lego.
There is Sonic
infected
Lego
Sonic as well. How did he make his spikes in Lego? How do you make spikes out of square? I don't get it. How they just
See,
how?
the best bit about it, man, is like when I first seen it, I was like, how are they going to animate the Sonic's running legs in Lego? You can't
Mate,
do that. You can't.
It's a wheel. You put a wheel on it and draw wee pictures. His feet on a circle.
See, to be honest, that's probably how they should have done it, but they didn't. They just kind of cheat it a bit, like just totally animate it. But again, they put so much thought. That was probably one of the best Sonic games ever made, and it wasn't even made by Sonic Team. So there's bad. You take the bads with the goods when it comes with Lego. I just think you don't need as many fucking individual titles as that. We've now up to Lego Batman number 4. Like, why?
It's a 4
It's the
Lego
same
Batman.
game. It's the same mechanics. Just fire him into Lego. Fucking what is it again? Lego Dimensions. Fire him into that. That's
Get him in it.
never make another
Let's
game.
get him in it. Let's get him in there.
Yaldi, your inputs on the Lego Dimensions.
What?
No, he thinks he is the host.
He was eating the cracking patter earlier, man. I want to recreate his part.
Aye, Yaldi, recreate the magic. Do it now. Do something. Say
What?
something funny. Say something funny.
Lego's shite.
There we go. Hey. No, but like I was telling a story as well. Like when I was younger, I used to like doing puzzles, right? Like playing puzzle games. Meccano was my favourite. I really loved playing Meccano, right? And Lego was close. I used to like playing some Lego things. And my mum and dad, they got me this Lego castle one day, and they were like, "Here, Graham, there's this Lego castle." I was like, right, okay, 14 at a time or something like that, putting it to the side, and they're like, you need to do it though, you need to do it, we bought it for you, just do it, only take you a couple of days, you know, you're good at that. I was like, right, okay, fucking, they're not letting me, basically they say, you're not getting out of the house, do you know what I mean? They basically like, do that, and if I left, I'd be getting guilt tripped when I come back in. No, I ended up doing it, took me a couple of days to do it. And a couple of years later, we're on holiday in fucking Spain, and my mum and dad goes, "Do you know you paid for this, Graham? That fucking Lego castle we made you build to get out the house was actually a competition you won. You won $2,500. It's like, yeah, bastards, man. Yeah, bastards. At the time, I was like, so where's my fucking, do you know what I mean? I've been on the milk slaving. Do you know what I mean? Working extra hard. Been on the milk fucking slaving, man. Do you know what I mean? I was making good money. I was making 120 quid a week at that time on the milk as like a fucking 16-year-old kid. So I had holiday money, but at the same time, I'm like, give more holiday money. Do you know what I mean? Graham want to try drugs, give holiday money. Do you know what I mean? Like, but aye, drugs, I mean alcohol. Alcohol.
Aye.
But do you know what I mean? I was on holiday and I'm like, give me money, and my mum and dad ended up giving me an extra 200 quid. I guilt tripped them into it. I'm like, fucking, do you know what I mean? Fucking, where's my fucking pure? There's 200 quid. I was like, yes, took my wee brother out and get him steaming. He was 14.
Yes.
10% of what you should have actually got, and you were happy with it.
I was happy with it, mate. I was happy. See, at the same time, I was on holiday with my mum and dad. We'd never done it before. Do you know what I mean? I was 16 before I'd went abroad. That's the first time I was ever on an aeroplane. Do you know what I mean?
Magical moment, magical experience.
But aye, we'll go to something a bit more light-hearted. What's your favourite dinosaur, Daakast?
Fuck. Favourite dinosaur. Half attack my head. It's got to either be
A Lego
gonna say
Tyrannosaurus Rex. Mate, pterodactyl's my favourite dinosaur, man. It's just how did he fly? Aye, how does it fly? It looks like it looks like an
A
old
leather bag.
Aye, it looks like a leather bag that can fly. It looks like your gran. Do you know what I mean? Your anorexic gran just was like, right, I'm away to the shop. She just jumps, man. Away she goes, man.
I like that wee. The best bit about them for me is they also have wee horns at the end of the wings. But like on you know what I mean? It's shite wings. They've got wee tiny horns and all, and I feel like that's quite valuable. That's the best of both worlds.
The first thumb was on a pterodactyl.
Most advanced being pterodactyl.
Mate, pterodactyls are fucking quality. You have gay. Nice comment, man. Yaldi, what's your favourite dinosaur?
A rumour come out.
Don't say your gran.
Triceratops, mate.
Triceratops, why?
Aye, because it's a big muscly thing that ram into stuff.
Is it
It was
because
like
you
me
could
when I
put
was a
3
wean.
didlos on it?
Aye. 3 big dildos. No, it's like it reminded me of when I was a kid, man, just running about head first into stuff, man.
Why were you running about head first into things, Yaldi?
Because I was fucking nuts, mate.
Couldn't see with the big googly eyes on his face.
Listen, don't you talk about my fucking facial abnormalities.
Do Do you know, we were out one night and one of my friends was like, "Oh, do you know what? Remember when you were wee and you just used to take your mum and dad's pain medication and run about heat first into radiators?" And we were like, "Snedden, that's why that just right, okay, it explains a lot." Do you know what I mean? Like medication and radiators makes a him, right? Okay, cool. Stay away from medication and radiators. unless you're ill and cold. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, what you got planned on your channel, Daakast, for next week or in the future? Anything planned?
Oh, right. Aye. Well, in the future, I've been trying to talk to people about this game. Like the other week, I got a Steam link in the Steam sale. It's probably the only thing I got in the Steam sale. And I think it was like £2. And then by the time you'd factored in delivery, it was a tenner. And I was like, I'm fucking having that. And so I was looking for a nice game just to fling on when I was in the living room, like with me and my brother after a couple of drinks, just to batter through. And I found this game called Seum Speedrunners from Hell. Don't know if anybody's heard it.
Nope, definitely not.
So essentially, I'm pretty sure on the Steam page itself, it pretty much is a cross between Doom, Super Meat Boy, Trials, and Tony Hawk's. It's like, it's really like lots of fucking fantastic metal music, really great setting, pretty much as the exact same as Doom. You're in hell. The story is you're a redneck who's had his beers stolen by Satan, so then you have to jump through a portal to go and grab your beers, and it's just running through all these treacherous levels in hell. And it's fantastic. One of these really rage fucking games where like you die every 5 seconds, a lot like Super Meat Boy. But I thought that'd be fantastic to stream. So some point in the future,
Does sound good to stream.
Maybe doing some
I think I know
sort
what
of
that is actually.
madweight challenge. I used to do a lot of drinking challenges on my YouTube, so I'm thinking about doing something like that. I know for a fact I can't take a shot for every time I die because I will be fucked. The stream would last about 5 minutes.
Well, mate, that'd be a great 5-minute stream. I mean,
it would be a fantastic.
Does anybody remember? Right, like, see my favourite streams here. We've had maybe 5 or 6 relays now, and there's been over 30 people participated in all the relays. My favourite fucking relay stream was Kelly81. He was waiting to start his bottle of whiskey, and he starts the stream, and he's just going like that. Oh shit, I'm shiting myself for the alien, and fucking literally 45 minutes into his stream, he goes for a pee, and we're all in the chat doubting that he will ever come back. So mate, see if the stream's going to end 5 minutes, do it. Just do it. One for every death. Do it. It'll be fucking 20 minutes of gold. 20 minutes of fucking gold.
I might do it, and then if it is 20 minutes, then I might try and work out some crazy rules to make sure it lasts a bit longer. But that's what I've got in the future. Apart from that, I'll just be streaming XCOM and Fortnite, really.
Mate, XCOM is fucking a great game to play. We should totally play it together. I had so much fun on the stream the other night, man. It was so much fun. Like I say, man, it was good to come full circle because you not knowing the ins and outs of XCOM, do you know what I mean, how it works and stuff. I was like that once, and it took somebody that had more experience in the game to sit in comms with me and be like, you could do this, do you know what I mean? Leave you alone for a wee bit to see what you do, and then say what I would have done, explain a few things. That happened to me, and I was so grateful, and it felt really good to give back, because I couldn't give back to that guy. It's a pay it forward thing. Do you know what I mean?
Exactly,
The pay it forward method. Do you know what I mean? So it felt really good to do that. So if you want to do the return leg, come and watch me, or come and sit in my stream when we're playing War of the Chosen, and you can see the new game and stuff, man. See some tactics. We could play just normal XCOM 2, the one you've got. Do you know what I mean? I'll show you a good way to play it, a good way through, the best way to build your base and stuff like that. But aye, man.
Either or, man. I'm up for it, man. XCOM's class.
XCOM's so good. XCOM is so fucking good. Yaldi, what you doing in your channel / projects are you working on?
I don't know. Try and stream again. That's the only thing I've got on the agenda.
Well, what you should have in your agenda is IndiScots emote and Daakast's emote. Because Daakast needs emote, IndiScots needs emote.
I don't have to do fuck all, mate.
Mate. Are you do?
No, I don't. He's not paid me fuck all.
It's because you render services. You go, here is the thing. Man goes,
sometimes you
here
get
is
paid
money.
first, you know what I mean? Like get paid half first. But
Right.
no, I've not got that.
But
There's no urgency.
I'll answer the question then. He's working on the IndiScots emote, right? He's not got a fucking choice.
I've seen progress pics of my emotes, man. That's I'm happy.
Nice. IndiScots has got a wee while. We've got another full 30-day period to get affiliate inside, so once we do that, we'll make sure we've got Yaldi's in the emote, because I don't really think we need much more. See the thing that's in the middle of the stream? I think about just taking IndiScots, the word IndiScots out of that, and using something simple like that. Just a nice wee circle emote, nice and noticeable. Do you know what I mean?
I would like that. Simplistic's always best.
Simplistic's, it's very noticeable, do you know what I mean? The Davy Frying Pan emote, fuck off, man. Fuck off with Davy Frying Pan.
Fuck off.
It's one of the jokes you go, right, well, I'll show you. Davy Frying Pan, that's a joke, Daakast. Do you get it? 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 That's how Eddie told me that joke.
No.
And I was like, I was like, no, what's Davy Frying Pan mean? And he's like, oh, see how Davy's a pure common name, the same as Steve's a pure common name? And I'm like, aye. He's like, Steve Irwin, just change the Steve to Davy. And I'm like, ah, right, so where's the frying pan come from? He's like, oh, Davy Frying Pan's a love child of Steve Irwin and Bear Grylls. He's like, just change the grills for frying pan. Davy Frying Pan. You're like, ah, oh my god, Eddie, man. So you should know that it's a terrible joke if you've got to explain it. So
no, I think that enhances it. If anything, get a Davy Frying Pan emote.
Mate, I've already got a Davy Frying Pan emote. Where's my Davy Frying Pan emote? Hold on a minute. It's the best emote that was ever
It's
made.
a fucking PNG of a frying pan with a Davy written on it.
It is the best.
That is fantastic. I've used that same frying pan ping for
Mate, that is the frying pan to have, mate. This is the Davy Frying Pan podcast. That fits in the middle of the podcast. That's all beautifully, doesn't it? It's just
Davy
sitting.
Frying Pan.
It's just sitting there like that. Davy, what do you think? And he's like that.
To all our audio
It doesn't have
listeners,
voice
could you
cords?
please imagine a frying pan in the middle of the screen with the word Davy written on it?
Bing
Right,
bong. Could you please imagine? But aye, that's the Davy Frying Pan emote. I totally think Eddie should get it as one of his emotes because it's genius. It's just genius. But aye, right, YaldiTime is working on the IndiScots emote, ain't you, Yaldi?
I've not started it, but I am working on it, mate.
Aye, that's
Don't
all
worry.
right. That's a good boy. Right, favourite game genres? I'll go to YaldiTime first this time, so I'm no favourite in Daakast, know what I mean?
Fuck hell. I guess third-person shooters.
Third person
Is
shooters?
that technically a genre?
No.
I'd call that a genre, man.
No, it's not a genre. You can get third person shooters and fucking like, do you know what I mean? In Mordor, and then you've got fucking third person shooters and Killzone, and do you know what I mean? It's like, no, third person maybe. I don't know. But do you guys in chat
classifies
think?
it as a fucking genre, right? That's why I'm going by it.
Right.
I guess action or action stealth, like Metal Gear Solid. Fuck it.
Metal Gear Solid, Splinter Cell, stuff like that.
Aye.
Not so much on
Yes.
Splinter Cell, but aye.
Not so much on Splinter Cell. Aye, fucking too right.
Splinter Cell is a bit.
That's just because you're shite at Splinter Cell, mate.
You were trying to
I've
play Splinter Cell recently, Daakast, online, but there's nobody online, wasn't there? That was a
Nobody.
cunt.
No, he found two fucking fly cunts, man, that played it. for an hour.
Two cunts have been sitting like that. I've played this since it came out. I've played this since it
Aye,
came
they
out.
must have been like, oh my god, there's two other people playing this game.
Yeah!
Fucking hell. Go.
Aye, they
this,
proceeded to get
Daakast?
absolutely pumped.
Oh, did they? Fucking yeah.
No, me, my fuck, absolutely pumped. Yaldi couldn't even join.
No, it wouldn't let me join. My network apparently is too shit. No.
I'm a fan of the old Splinter Cell.
What about you, Daakast? What's your favourite game genre?
Oh fuck! See, if you're not counting third-person shooters as a genre, man, fuck knows what I'm going to say. Probably, I'm probably going to go with action adventure. Then, like, I like a good single-player experience these days.
Uncharted? Shit like that.
Aye, Uncharted. I like the Tomb Raiders.
Last of Us, Tomb Raider.
Well, I don't. To be honest, mate, I don't even think I've got a favourite genre. I'm going to say that, but like, if you were to ask me what my favourite game was of all time, I'd probably say Sonic the Hedgehog or Halo. So,
I don't think I have a favourite
genres.
game. I really don't think I have a favourite game. I don't think I could choose a favourite game. I just like to ask favourite game genre. Do you know what I mean? Because it's like you usually find yourself. But for me, it's if I had to pick one, I'd have to pick the one. Just be like, what is Destiny? Like that. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's a difficult one.
Do you know what I mean? You just go. You've just got. If you don't know, you go right. What's the fucking games I've spent the most amount of time in? Because that's obviously my favourite. Because that's where I'm spending the time. Do you know what I mean?
Sci-fi.
You're not going to spend time somewhere where you're not having fun, or do you know what I mean? It's human nature to avoid things you don't like. But what question are we going to move on to? And in fact, we'll actually go to one of our topics now. We've asked enough questions. We will go on to how gaming has become the most popular form of entertainment. I was reading this on GameDebate.com. There's more money being spent on gaming than TV, movies, and books combined. So gaming grew by 11% last year. TV and all that dropped by 8%. Gaming is making 116 billion annually, whereas TV and music combined is making 110 billion a year, according to GameDebate.com. But that's some fucking crazy ass numbers. And I was talking to a friend about it as well, and he's like, it's probably been like that for a few years, trust, when you really think about it. Do you know what I mean?
See, it's like that, but you still get fucking, middle-aged people that are just like, why are you playing fucking video games? Why are you doing that? That's shite.
You do get that, right? But see, most people our age, right? Let's just be honest and say everybody's got a Cody box. Because everybody's got a fucking Cody box. Do you know what I mean? Nobody's paying for Netflix stuff. Nobody's paying for Thor Ragnarok. Nobody's paying for this shit. Obviously that stuff's going to go downhill. It's like, when is it going to disappear because of it? Do you know what I mean? It's like they're already passed laws in Britain that say that's illegal now. Do you know what I mean? But it's
frozen.
Oh, Daakast has frozen.
Mm-hmm.
What has happened? What has happened to Daakast? Did we happen with Davy Frying Pan?
Oh fuck, it's just a giant me.
It's a giant Yaldi! Holy shit. Mate, lean down the bottom. Like,
He heard that he was called out for having a Cody box, and he was like, fuck, I'm away.
fuck, that's me, I'm gone. He's caught me. Shit. Where is he gone? Why has the Daakast left us? I think a connection may have dropped. Hey!
I just realised there, for the first time,
back.
my keyboard has a power off button on it.
Did you just turn your PC off?
Yes. There is a button on this keyboard that it literally just shuts off the entire system, and I had no idea.
Well, wait, that's the power symbol. It's a pretty universal symbol.
Aye, but like, I've never fucking touched those buttons before in my life. It just so happened my hand slipped, and I was like, oh, it's gone.
It's just a frozen Daakast, man. Oh, fucking hell. But aye, gaming has took over the fucking world, basically, because of Cody boxes and piracy and fucking other media. Do you know what I mean? Like, how many people pay for Netflix? Do you know what I mean? It's like, how many people do that? Me personally, I don't own a Cody box. There's enough good YouTube channels for me not to need television. Do you know what I mean? I love a good fucking Warhammer lore video. Geese that. 120 minutes. Geese it. Bam. Do you know what I mean? Fucking lore. I love that shit, man. There's a really good channel on YouTube called Isaac Arthur that talks about space and futurism. Fucking love it. Better than any documentary series on TV. Do you know what I mean? Sorry, Daakast, I interrupted you.
Some good shit. No, I was just going to say, I find like when people make these really outlandish statements like that, it's kind of, you're never seeing the full picture. Do you know what I mean? Like, because what are they defining as gaming? Like, to a lot of people,
mobile phone games is probably the majority of the money. So yes,
exactly.
mate, that's a very valid point. What are they defining as gaming? That's a very good point. Yeah. Fucking what are they
the other
defining
half
as
is Lego
gaming?
Dimensions.
Pachinko machines in Japan? Do you know? The other half is Lego Dimensions.
Exactly, man. Is gambling classed as gaming as well? Online gambling, if you're using it on an app? Like,
I would hope that's classified as gambling.
I would hope that was classified as gambling.
It's still a game, if you know what I mean. Like, you're still online, still sitting there firing money into something.
technically a footballer's gaming.
Aye, okay. I see your point. I retract it.
It's like is a puggy machine a game because you're playing it?
But that, do you know what I mean? It's what are they defining as gaming? Do you know what I mean? Imagine it was all the football revenue as well. Oh, the man kick ball. Oh, that's gaming, tip. Oh man. Aye, gaming is completely took over the market, according to GameDebate.com.
It's definitely true what you're saying though as well. Like the fact is, like television is dying. Like there is so many alternatives now. Like YouTube has really opened up all these really niche zones for people now. Like it's kind of like, well, if I can really hone into everything that I'm fucking dead into and I'm really interested in, the stuff that big networks don't really have the time to invest money in, then really why would I ever go back to TV? Because all my interests are over here and they're all doing it better because they're also interested in it as much as I am.
I mean, like, the biggest thing that annoys me about modern TV is it's how formulaic it is, right? And I know you're a huge Doctor Who fan, but that's why the worst for it. You just, it's so formulaic. They play to the formula in Doctor Who, right? And, like, I always say, like, imagine The Walking Dead, right? I say to my wee brother a few times, I could write an episode about The Walking Dead, about how some woman was dying for a shite and she couldn't find toilet paper. Right? Because women can't find toilet paper. Oh, I'm not going to the toilet. 10 minutes of fucking, I'm not going to the toilet in the bush. No. Do you know what I mean? Make drama, not introduce a few other characters. Do you know what I mean? Drama, but why is you not doing a shit? Do you know what I mean? Fucking, oh, we'll go get you some toilet paper. The toilet paper's in the X position. Do you know what I mean? It's over there behind all the zombies. Oh, man dies trying to get toilet paper. The toilet paper fell in a puddle, completely unusable. We need to find more toilet paper. Back to women annoying it. Do you know what I mean? You could just, it's so formulaic, man. Modern TV's so shit. You could literally, it's like, they go the same formula, like programs like Supernatural. I remember watching one series in that and being like, this is the same episode as the last 5 episodes. Do you know what I mean? You're like, they go in, they get their ass kicked by bad man. They go away, they read book, become smarter, kick bad man just escape. They need to get a little bit smarter, read book again, go catch bad man. Do you know what I mean? And you're like, fuck off. I know what's going to happen. Do you know what I mean? Fucking.
I was talking about that today as well.
The fucking, what's his face? The good-looking brother's going to do something that the good-looking one's going to do what the good-looking one does, and the tall, geeky one's going to do something geeky, like fall over a squirrel. Do you know what I mean? Do you know what And modern TV, no wonder it's in a downward spiral. Do you know what I mean? No wonder. And like, things like the Marvel universe, and this is movies obviously, but I really think, see the most recent one with Thanos in it, I think that's the movie they wanted to make in the first place, right? But some guy was in the boardroom going, oh, think about it, there's Thanos, there's this, there's the Infinity Stones, blah, 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 and Cunt was like, whoa, who's this? What's that? Right, I have to do all these other movies. Do you know what I mean? That's what I feel like about the Marvel universe. It should be a fucking TV series. It'd be great as a TV series. But it's just too high budget. The actors are too high budget, ain't they, for a TV series?
I'd probably lean more towards that, more the fact that it needs a higher budget to be. It would have been classed as a TV series, but you're right. Like the budget is too high for it. Just because I know all the lore, but I was trying not to whitey when you said he wanted to do that in one film. I was like, no.
No, but that's,
you
do you know what I mean?
Do that in one film.
But that's what goes through my head. Do you know what I mean? The guy just wanted to do the pure heavy cool film because he knows it on his head, and some other guy was like that, but you've not told everybody else the rest of the story. You wrote it, mate. Of course you know the story.
Aye.
Of course the end bit's pure cool. Do you know what I mean?
You get this cursor to fuck off my face, you cunt.
What's kind of similar to that then? Oh my god, my Twitch stream's coming through. I forgot what my point was as well.
That was his point. Right, we'll move on anyway, and we'll go back to a mad daft question, right? Mad daft question. this isn't really good. I shouldn't be saying on podcast. I should have this in my head. I should be doing better at this.
That's all the more reason to just fucking
It really
go for it.
is. Right, what's the strangest dream you've ever had, Daakast?
Oh fuck. I wouldn't say that's as controversial as what I was thinking it was going to be. My strangest dream. Right, well I'll tell you one that I had the other day. Not the strangest, but just the most recent strange dream I had. So I've got a pet budgie, and I had dreamed, right? You know that way sometimes where like you can't tell that you're dreaming, like as far as you're aware of real life. So like I was lying in my bed in my dream, and then I got up in my dream because I heard a commotion through in the living room, and I could hear birds, like multiple birds. I was like, I'm looking at one budgie, so what the fuck is going on here? All this flapping about. So I went in, and like sometimes my girlfriend leaves the balcony door open just because it's roasting the new and just to let a bit of air in. So I went in, and I was like, that balcony door's fucking wide open. And what happened was pigeons had come in, and they were all just flying about the gaff, and they were all attacking my budgie. And I was like, get the fuck off my budgie! And so I was like battling, like, trying to boot these fucking pigeons out the living room. And then eventually I battered all the pigeons, and I just got a wee cuddle off my budgie. And I just sat like that on my chest, and he was just being all nice with me.
You
That's
battled
about
all the
as strange as it's been
pigeons.
recently.
You battled all the pigeons. Did they have their jukes up? Were they fighting back?
They didn't have their jukes up, no, but you know that way where they're just really annoying, they're just like, just flying about. I was like, fuck out my face.
What were they like? Yeah, what's the strangest dream you've ever had?
It's a competition between two here at the moment. One is where I'm at the zombie apocalypse and I'm leading a band of people. And for some reason, the only way that I can think of to combat the zombie bites was to wear a full leather latex suit. So
But why?
I'm running about with essentially my ass and my dick exposed. And I'm just like, yes, kick all the cunts. That or the one where I'm trapped in the shitty Crash Bandicoot game in that big giant ball rolling down the pipes and shit. I'm just like, fuck this level, it's shite.
I would definitely go with the fucking latex suit, hands down. Wins.
latex suit, definitely, man.
It's strange.
Well, the weirdest dream I've ever had was when I was actually awake, right? And I was 15, we were at my pal's fucking birthday party, and his birthday party was we were camping out his backyard, and his dad was letting us drink alcohol, right? And I remember fucking being that drunk that I thought I was Kamehameha my pal. I was pure Kamehameha, and I pure visualised it and all that. I'm pure.
Aye.
Mate, I was tripping some balls, man. It was the first time I ever drunk alcohol. 2 cans of Miller. I'm pure Kamehameha my pal and visualising it.
Mate, I was doing that last night, man. I still try and Kamehameha people, man.
Mate.
The other night, my girlfriend asked me to turn the light off, and I was mad with it, and I stood up and I went, hold on, and I'll just Kamehameha it for here, and the fucking... my brother and my girlfriend, they're like, what the
Do you
fuck
also
are you
sometimes
doing?
just sit and think, what if what if I've actually got telekinesis, and you just start trying to lift shit with your mind, and you're just like,
Oh, mate, that's a good
that's not happening.
your dad walks out of the room. What you doing?
I'm having a wank,
Did you
Dad.
see it move? I'm having a wank, Dad. He's like, oh.
At least then he thinks I'm not normal.
Yeah, you probably
Trying to move
you were having a wank.
pencil.
You're like, oh, sorry.
Use his powers.
I'm having a wank, Dad. You're not touching it. Aye, I'm having a wank, Dad.
I'm having a wank. Don't worry.
But that does lead on to a very good question that I just thought of. YaldiTime, if you could have any superpower out of like any anime, if you could have any superpower, what would your superpower be? But it has to exist already in something. You can't just make it up. Like I would have 10 dicks and shag all the birds.
Hold on, I just need to Google to see if that's already existing in some sort of fan.
There was like an anime I watched quite a few years ago, and he had the ability to blow people up with his camera by taking pictures of them. I'd kind of want that.
That's a pretty unique one, to be fair. I've never heard of such a
I've
power.
never heard of that either.
That, or there was also a guy that had tattoos on his body which crawled off his skin and became real things.
Is that a DC character? Is that no?
Nah. It's not as far as I'm aware.
Who is it?
I've
Then?
definitely heard of something similar.
It has like a massive spider on his back and it just climbs off him.
I don't know who that is.
Aye,
It's
man,
Spider-Man?
That's a fucking comic character, I'm sure it.
I've
I
not
have
heard
no
of it in
idea.
DC, no.
No.
It's from this. Fuck it up.
Anybody in chat know who he's talking about? We'll move to Daakast. What would you have your superpower be, Daakast?
Fucking spiderweb, man. Of course. Spider-Man's powers.
What?
I love that.
Really?
Or, well, aye, because, like I was saying a minute ago, do you ever sometimes just turn around in your room and just go like that? You're, like, for instance, you're wanting to turn the light off, or your juice is at the other end of the room, you just go like that really hard, just go, you just fucking try it, man, so hard, and you're like, this is not
Aye,
happening.
but right, you could have Goku's instant transmission. Do you know what I mean?
That's a belter.
Do you know what I mean? You just have Goku's instant transmission. If I had Goku's instant transmission, I could go slap you in your camera, Yaldi, and be back here before Daakast even knew it was happening. Do you know what I mean?
Well, that was the other one I was going to say. If this is encompassed as one power, then I would like the power of going Super Saiyan, because then I just get all the fucking powers that comes with that.
But only one can work, so you'd be
That or
you'd,
just your hair turns blonde and you feel really
I'll take that.
kind of dead.
you just
Because
have a
my
blonde hair.
hairline is shocking, so I would quite like the power of Super Saiyan here.
Super Saiyan 3, you
only-
convert your beard and your eyebrow hair to pure...
I don't get any more hair, my beard just goes blonde. No!
No! Daakast Super Saiyan 3's his beard, it's like just the Super Saiyan hair coming out his chin. Mate, that's your emote. Super Daakast.
Super Saiyan Daakast.
Super Saiyan
Yes.
Daakast.
I've been struggling for a third one. Yes.
There you go.
If the hair goes upwards when it's Super Saiyan mode, does that not mean it's just going to go right up his nose and that?
Oh, no, it all goes down the way.
And his mouth
It all
just
goes
like,
down the
"Fuck
way.
off, Super Saiyan.
It's like, because the Super Saiyan hair, it's like, I always imagine, like, it's just like, see that way, like, some boys at school had that pure hairsprayed fucking gelled hair where you could fucking, like, punch it and you'd break a knuckle. Do you know what I mean? That's how I envision Super Saiyan here, do you know what I mean? Daakast the Super Saiyan dies of starvation because he can't feed himself.
Can't get any feeding.
But aye, we'll move on and we'll talk about how Super Nintendo World is a fucking thing. It's coming to Japan in 2020, and if it's successful, it's going to fucking Orlando and it's going to LA. So let's fucking hope that Super Nintendo World is fucking successful, because hopefully it comes to Europe or Britain or something, because that would be awesome. What do you guys think, Daakast? What do you guys think about Super Nintendo World being a fucking thing?
Man, fucking fling it in me. I can't get enough of that, man.
I can't wait for every door in the place to be a Mario pipe. Like, yes.
I want my entire house to be Mario pipes, man. I just want everything to connect like that.
Do you know what I mean? Like, we Mario pipes between me and YaldiTime's fucking room, so I can go down my Mario pipe, slap him, and then get back down my Mario pipe before
He's
that.
obsessed with fucking coming in my room, man.
Yes, man, he just wants the instant transmission straight into your room, give you a slap.
Mate, there'd be nothing funnier.
At least
There'd
if
be
it's a
nothing
pipe, I know
funnier.
he's coming because I can hear the noise and then I can just wait to
You
punch
just
him
hear
in
that.
the dick.
Like, this Tussler's coming.
He can't move for like 3 seconds. Punch him in the dick right now.
I'd be like, invisibility frames while I'm in the pipe. Invisibility frames while I'm in the pipe. Oh man, I'm trying to imagine what sort of rides would be in Super Nintendo World. What do you
Have you
think?
seen the
have you seen
plan
the-
for it?
I didn't actually look. Do you know what I mean? I would need to actually look. I just I seen it and I was like, whoa. My imagination just started going wild. Plus, it was late.
At the moment, it's mostly just Super Mario Land. They've got a Donkey Kong place planned as well.
Nice.
Other than that, it's literally just Super Mario and Mario Kart itself.
Aye, the
Unless
first
they-
Mario
It's meant to
Kart.
be in Bowser's castle, isn't it?
How did he get you to play Mario Kart with like shit on the
It's-
track and shit?
You don't control the cart or anything like that. It's like I don't know. It's like this brand new thing that they've got concepted.
Like, I
They're
suppose you
hyping it
could
up.
do it kind of like laser tag, couldn't you? Like, you could virtually drop something, like, each person could, like, see how augmented reality's a thing now? You could have augmented reality goggles, do you know what I mean?
That's
While you're
that's what's
driving
in
on a
their
go-kart, and then you could, like, see a banana peel, and if you go over the banana peel that's not really there, your cart, see the way in laser tag, when you get shot in laser tag, it turns your gun off for a certain period of time. Your cart could just go dead. Do you know what I mean? Like, oh, fuck. Do you know what I mean? That could work. Mate, that'd be brilliant. Bring it to Scott Cup, man. Fucking be there every weekend.
They've already got a pretty decent Mario Kart VR setup. They kind of tour it around conventions and stuff. It's meant to be pretty class, so I imagine there's a lot of things going on in the background.
I'll
just
have
now.
to get a fucking look at that, man. Even try and catch one. I'd love that shit. Wee bit of Mario Kart in real life, man. That'd be amazing, wouldn't it? So good.
The patents do involve AR from what we can find out at the moment, but you can't control the carts that you're going to be in. It's you and 3 other people in a cart going around the various different lands in the Nintendo universe.
If you
in the Mario Kart games.
That sounds very similar. Like, if you've ever been to Universal before,
No.
a lot of their rides are, I'd say, probably like a good maybe 60% of them aren't even like roller coasters. They're more like experiences like that. And it's like it's like you get like 3D like glasses, and it's like more like you're going along on a kind of track, and it'll bring you to like massive big screens with like probably the best, most immersive 3D you've ever seen in your life. Like it's you say, oh, you're on a track and you come across a 3D screen, it sounds shite, but like they build like sets to like seamlessly blend into the screen, so it's kind of less obvious it's a screen, if you know what I mean. So Universal are very, very good at already doing things like that. So if they're going to try and incorporate AR, they're probably the best people to do it with. At least from what I gather.
Aye. Like Super Nintendo World, they've got fucking literally so much potential. You know how big Nintendo are. They've got so many good fucking franchises to play with. Do you know what I mean? It can't not be a hit, especially in Japan. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Technically,
sure
Nintendo can
Zelda.
fucking obviously they will have. Do you know what I mean? It's like, oh, that's something I forgot about Zelda. I've never played fucking Zelda. Never ever played a Zelda game, man.
Get yourself in about Breath of the Wild. You'll no regret it.
What one's that? Is that the new one?
The newest one, aye.
I don't have any of the consoles to play it on, though. That's the thing.
I'm sure you can. Well, I'm not going to say, but
If
you
you
can get
want
a Wii U. Quick treat.
If my mate's got a Wii U that he doesn't play, I suppose I could maybe get a shot at it for him.
No, the game runs like shit in the Wii U. I wouldn't.
Is it?
Aye. That's not worth it, mate.
So it's the best.
If you want to stream it, mate, you can I can come over my Switch if you want.
But it'll take a few days to play a game like that, but no.
Not really. It's as much as you want, really.
Aye, the way they do it.
There's like literally cunts that can run to the end boss and kill him with like a fucking stick or something like that, man. In like 10 minutes, and you're like, what the fuck? It's because the game facilitates you into letting you do that. It lets you run straight to the end boss if you want to.
It just encourages it almost.
But I want to just kind of address the IndiScots just now, because I just remembered that this is how I started the podcast. It didn't actually go live. The reason this above us is empty is because we've had a lot of, I was on the podcast last week and stuff like that. I'll give somebody else a chance. Well, this is what's happened. We try to wait for somebody else to get a chance. So if you want a slot on the podcast, if you want a slot on the relays, guys, just say yes. Do you know, that's okay, Stubbs. That's all right, man. Do you know what I mean? But wake up an hour earlier.
Just don't sleep as much.
Don't sleep as much, Stubbs. But we need to fucking push the IndiScots and get like a few more things go rolling off it. Like, I've got an idea. It's called the Tribunes Rule, right? And see how it's just Scottish people on IndiScots. I'd like to maybe open it up for people from other countries. Do you know what I mean? But I'd have maybe 2 or 3 roles, 2 or 3 people, and it'd be people that aren't Scottish that the IndiScots would vote for on the network. Do you know what I mean? If they've been involved in the network and your channel, stuff like that, or they're a good streamer, or do you know what I mean? They get the part. Everybody would vote. Every member of the IndiScots would vote what ones are going to be the tribunes, and they'll come in for like a period of time, and they'll be they can be part of the relay. We could have them on the podcast, but only if they're a tribune. Do you know what I mean? Because it will drive things like people from different countries wanting to be part. If we're a successful network, but do you know what I mean? It's supply and demand. Do you know what I mean? If like, say you've got a 2-month period as a tribune, and then you don't get voted in, you're going to make sure you're voted in the next time. Do you know what I mean? So as you can get back to that tribune role. Shit like that.
Aye.
Do you know what I mean? It could maybe even open up to be 10 folk. Do you know what I mean? But at the start, maybe 2. Do you know what I mean? There's one good candidate on the server just now. That's Black Rose 88. She's there. She's in loads of different streams. She's subbed to me. She's subbed to Rocket. Do you know what I mean? So she's a definite fucking candidate. She's in about the IndiScots. She loves everything about it. It's people like that. Do you know what I mean? People who are spiritually Scottish that aren't fae here. Do you know what I mean? Love the patter, love the jokes. Do you know what I mean? Like, because there is people that are like that. They're not spiritually Scottish. Do you know what I mean? That's just a term I used, but you get the point. Do you know what I mean? They're very like us, but they have a different accent. Do you know what I mean? Shit like that.
Aye.
Is
It's
there any?
a good idea. As the network grows, you're going to find more and more people like that who are going to start asking the question, can I do something here? Is there something for me to do? Like, so it's definitely something to be planning, at least going forward.
Aye, that's pretty much everything I've got for the night. Because there's only 2 people on, we've got through everything really, really quickly. So tonight's podcast is going to be shorter than normal. Is there anything anybody in the chat, they get any questions they want to ask? YaldiTime, Daakast, is there anything you want to bring up, talk about?
I wish I could say aye, but I could just talk shite for a bit longer.
Get it done, Rab says. Well, I could fucking say what I'm doing in my channel in the week coming up. Do you know what I mean?
Aye, go for it.
What I'm doing on my channel is I'm playing more Metal Gear. And whenever Daakast streaming XCOM, I'm going to be on his channel with him. If I'm streaming and he goes live, I'm going to be like, right guys, we're raiding Daakast, here we fucking go. Do you know what I mean? But I really want to do the collab stuff, because like I've always said, I want to make IndiScots a network. Do you know what I mean? On this channel that you're watching right now, I want there to be loads of Scottish content. I want everybody to remain their own entity. Do you know what I mean? But we'll have IndiScots as its own thing as well. We've already got somebody who's willing to deal with the money, who's a frugal fucking cunt. Do you know what I mean? So he's perfect to deal with the money. I know for a fact he's going to set up a different bank account, and when we're looking to spend money on IndiScots for whatever it may be, the peers and a few other members, like the peers will bring 2 people with their choice in, and we'll vote for it. What people are going to go for. Do you know what I mean? Whether it's, do you know what I mean? Say we get our first Twitch money in, $70, 80 or 80 quid or something, right? We could say, right, what do you want to do with this money? Do you want to put it into some equipment? Do you want to put it into some merchandise? Do you want to get a t-shirt for everybody on the channel, or everybody on the IndiScots? Everybody that streams on the IndiScots as a part of IndiScots will buy you a t-shirt with your own fucking logo on it that you can wear on your stream. Do you know what I mean? Shit like that, just so as it's rolling. Do you know what I mean? And we're getting better and better. Do you know, stuff like that? Like, we could do giveaways with that money. Do you know what I mean? Like, we could do meetups, like spend a fucking, like, IndiScots is paying for a fucking night out in the town. Come on, let's go. Who's coming? Do you know what I mean?
That's the best idea right now.
Do you know what I mean? But shit, like, imagine we turn around and see the go-karting. Imagine I says to people, there's a 14-man go-karting slot meetup on this date. Who's coming? And it's people fucking, like, says, I'll come. I'm like, message them for free. Message them privately. By the way, it's free, mate. Because I wouldn't tell, do you know what I mean? I like to do things that way. Because then you see who's got genuine interest, and then you get to reward that genuine interest.
That's definitely, man, that's true.
Do you know what I mean? Like, rather than say, oh, by the way, we've got 14 free slots. They're all paid for. You can come go-karting. Every cunt and their grand would want it. Do you know what I mean? But if you're just saying, who's coming to the meetup, people think they've got to pay, then they would be like, you'd get the people who really want to come, and then you get to reward that. and we'd have a fucking great day. And that money you were going to spend in go-kart, you could just spend on booze when we get after it.
Right, everyone knows now. Next time we're having a meet-up thing, just put your name down for it because it'll be free.
No, that
Just throw
doesn't
your
mean
name
that.
down, Evan.
No, the next one's definitely not going to be free. IndiScots isn't even affiliated yet.
When it gets to the day before and you find out you actually have to pay for it, just be like, no.
But things like the YaldiCast, do you know what I mean? They had their 10-year anniversary 2 months ago. That's fucking crazy. Do you know what I mean?
That's unbelievable.
It's networks like that where you need to use as our role models completely, man. Do you know what I mean? We need to be going towards where they are right now. Established networks. Do you know what I mean? Everybody streams on the one channel. They all have their own channels. Their own channels are sustainable. YaldiCast is really sustainable. Do you know what I mean? Stuff like that. It's like that's where we need to be with the IndiScots. But that's going to be the end of the podcast tonight, folks. We'll have 3 guests next week, definitely, and I think Pure Tonto's going to host, but it's not a definite. I might be back, and you might have to listen to me again. Hey, Jimmer's World.
Do you want to talk about the games night at all?
What games night? Let's talk
The
about
thing we
games
want to do every Friday.
What? I forgot. What? Explain games night.
Right, Stubbs brought this up last time we were playing, or the podcast, sorry. Something I would want Stubbs to maybe take control of if he was willing to do that. Try and get like a community games night going either every week or every second week so that we can play on the IndiScots channel together, you know, just have a fucking laugh.
Mm-hmm. I do like that idea.
It's less intrusive than a relay, it's less formal than a podcast, and everyone can just get together and have a laugh without any needed pressure.
But right, see when you mentioned that to me, right? See if we're going to do something like that. See right now, see if we've got the podcast and the podcast is doing all right. Do you know what I mean? We're getting people coming in for the podcast and stuff. I really think we should do the games night straight after the podcast. Do you know what I mean? I've got Jackbox. I bought Jackbox 4. I got a Twitch payment in yesterday. I bought Jackbox 4, and we could just go live straight after this with some Jackbox Party Pack 4. Do you know what I mean? Straight in, swamp, and that could be Sunday night on IndiScots. Podcast, some deep talk, some real talk, some fucking no shying away for the big points. Do you know what I mean? Let's talk about shit. And then fucking we move straight into the Jackbox. Move straight into fucking Jackbox hilarity. But mate, it points out a good point. Do you know what I mean? Well, I'm talking deep and then it goes into hilarity. Do you know what I mean? That's Sunday night on IndiScots. If you want to just see the deep stuff, you come early, you watch a podcast. You watch Trust talk about mad shit that you've fucking never heard about and you don't know what he's talking about. Do you know what I mean? And then you watch
7 o'clock to 8 o'clock.
And then you go to the Jackbox stream and you watch Trust talk about shit he doesn't know what he's talking about.
Watch decks get drawn.
But yeah, welcome back, guys. Podcast idea is great. Welcome back, Estevarius. Welcome back. Who was that in the chat that says they missed the streams? You're that cunt. Welcome back. You're that cunt. Do not recognise your name. Sorry, it has been a long time. I took a big break from streaming, man, and I did stream on IndiScots when I created it 2 years ago. The reason I created IndiScots 2 years ago is because fucking people kept coming into my channel called Ate My Dog, and they were like, "Oh, a Scottish streamer," and see, because people were sticking of it for the Scottishness, Scottish accent and stuff like that, I wanted a channel that highlighted the fact that I was Scottish, so I made IndiScots, and then I got heavily fucking depressed and all that shit, and mentally ill and all that crap, right? We'll just gloss over that, and then started to get better, and I thought, do you know what I'll do? I'll try and start IndiScots up as a fucking network. And it's just been the best idea I've ever had for so many different reasons. It's been so good for my mental health. I've made friends. We're having fun. Do you know what I mean? It's like we're going to be doing collabs with Daakast. I'm getting to play XCOM. I've get to play a game I love with someone I like. Do you know what I mean? It's like, it just makes IndiScots is just it's a wee paradise on Twitch. It's our own wee paradise. What do you think about games night, Daakast? Do you think it should be Friday, or do you think we could do Friday and a Sunday?
I like the idea of just having more, like, so that you've got things like spread out more, and you're starting to build up that schedule like, across the week. Because like people, it's already established Sunday night is podcast night, But then you've also got Friday night as games night, so you've got 2 nights of the week now where IndiScots is active and doing something. But
It would definitely help.
It doesn't mean you can't still do games after the podcast. You know what I mean? You can still do that as like a follow up, like you know how you like when you get The Walking Dead, and then you get The Talking Dead. It's like the after show, so you can still do that, but like also still have a games night on the Friday.
Aye, that would be good. Like, what sort of games then on the Friday? Because we can't just continuously play Jackbox.
That is the biggest issue I've found. Like, because a lot of the time it's a case of how do you get everybody together to play the game? Oh, I've not got that game. All right, okay. So what about this game? Then about 5 other people say I've not got that game either, mate. And
that's the sort of thing. That's a good idea. Like, see, I was talking about IndiScots when it gets affiliate and starts getting money. See, when we're going to play a game, IndiScots will buy it.
Aye, just set that away, and it's like, look, this is the games night game. If you've not got it, right,
IndiScots will get you. Aye.
Mm-hmm. But that's why whenever I try and think of a games night, I always try and think of something that is either free or like really cheap the new, or like maybe on the lead up to the games night. You could be like, somebody could be like, here, games night suggestion. This is on Steam sale the new. It's £2. It's £2. Stupid fun multiplayer game. Everybody just batter in. Like, so
putting boobs in Trump. Mate, that's a game I've got it on my Steam. Putting boobs in Trump. It was 98 pence, man. Let's get it. Let's play.
Is it multiplayer?
Yes.
Oh my god! Right,
okay.
Well, that's it. Honestly, like, just something like that, so you can get the most bodies in and the most willing people as possible.
You're putting me boobs trying to assassinate Trump. I think that's what's happening.
As well as that's why games like. See, the thing is, as well, if IndiScots is making a name for itself, like, obviously, Fortnite is free, but you can only get 4 people in a squad, but they do have a matchmaking option. But the only way is today, a custom games option. They have a custom games option, but they only give out, you need a key before you can create your own custom game. But if it's IndiScots as a network, in the future, they might be able to apply for it, because obviously, they want to test it specifically with streamers and networks. Mm-hmm. So IndiScots makes the application, maybe not the new, maybe after affiliate stage, somewhere down the line, they might be granted that, and then before you know it, we're one of the only people who can play custom games on Fortnite. Do you know what I mean? And it's free. There's nobody can say I can't play it unless you can't run it, kind of thing. It's cross-play. We're looking for something that's the most inclusive. But that's why Jackbox is a good idea. But personally, I don't know if I can keep playing Jackbox. Jackbox gets... There's only if you're playing with the same people all the time, it's just the same pattern rehashed into it.
Mm-hmm. Aye.
But basically, long story short, it's a good idea, mate.
Aye, I think it's a good idea too. Like, we just mere IndiScots stuff is just a good idea. Do you know what I mean? Just do more stuff together, because like we were talking about before we came on the podcast, streaming with other people is people like to watch it. Do you know what I mean? Because they've seen they've seen most of the games, whether it's played it themselves or, do you know what I mean, or they've watched somebody play it, but nobody's seen me talk to you about Super Nintendo World.
Exactly, mate.
Do you know what I mean? It's stuff like shit like that. It's nobody's heard YaldiTime's no doing emotes while he is doing emotes, because he's been a prick.
What?
Aye, emotes. Yaldi's making the IndiScots emote, by the way. He's making the IndiScots emote. Yes, you are. I don't know what you're going to make, but you're making it. And he's making Daakast new emotes too. So if you need emotes, guys, if you need any artwork done, pester Yaldi. He will do it. He'll say no the first few times, but he will do it. Where did he go? He ran away. Yaldi ran away. Yaldi ran away. But aye, much more IndiScots stuff. Like, even if you want to, like, maybe bring an XCOM stream every week to IndiScots Daakast, because is there a way we could share our saves? Like, I could send you a save file, and we could, do you know what I mean? 1 week I play with you in the background, and then the next week I give you the save file, and you pick up from where I left off. And I'm in the background
basically,
going, "You're ruining my game!"
That's a shout, man.
So basically, you play the game, send the screen file game to him, and then he starts the game again for you.
Aye, that's the way it would probably run, to be fair.
But I
Every
really
week,
doubt
just comes in, he just a brand new campaign, just like fuck.
But I really want to do more co-op stuff, man. Like, me and Yaldi's got to be playing Peace Walker on PC as well. Like, that's a fucking great game, man. It's so much fun. You can two of you can get in a cardboard box, and the cardboard box is a wee cardboard turret, and one of you moves the box about, and one of you uses the turret. Oh my god, man.
Is it co-op?
Aye, mate, it's co-op. It's fucking co-op. It was a
It's up to 4
PSP game.
players.
It's up to 4 players. You need to get it and come and play it with us. It's got to be fucking...
Yeah, that was a thing.
Mate, it's so much fun.
The servers are offline now, so the only way to play it together would be to emulate it and then play through the emulator together. So it's free if you get it illegally. Don't heard that from me. You need to get it from legal source.
Legal source that is not endorsed. But aye. That's all I've got.
Different stuff like that, man. That's class.
But aye, what do we feel? Do you want to play some Jackbox? Peoples? In chat? Want to play Jackbox?
Right now?
Like right now, aye. Why not?
Aye.
I'm probably going to need to jump, man, to be fair.
Sound, no worries.
Make some dinner. Then I've got mainstream. I say made plans for my squad in Fortnite. Feel bad just being like, I'm away because I need to do mines.
Right, we'll know do Jackbox tonight, right? Because I've been awake for 24 hours as well. So we'll play Jackbox on Sundays after the podcast, and we'll figure out another game to play on Friday night.
Right, he's a few minutes.
That's probably a good way of doing it, to be honest.
Mate, there's a good. We used to like playing board game online, right? It's a bit old now, but it's random as fuck, and you have to. It's a board game that you play online. Board game online used to be really quite fun. Everybody can get in. We could play daft games, just browser games.
They still have updated that, by the way. They've made improvements to it. Keep padding for me. I'm making the emote right now.
He's making the emote right now.
No
God
way,
damn
man.
it. Right, guys. Well, that's a good cliffhanger. If hopefully he's got the emote ready for next week, and we'll see you all next week. Thank you very much, Daakast. Thank you very much, YaldiTime, for joining me on the Scots We Soul podcast, and we will see you all next time, guys.
Cheers for having me. Cheers for everybody.
Good night, guys.
Bye.
Remember, follow us on Twitter, get in the Discord and stuff. I'll put the links in chat just now. Get involved with the IndiScots and keep up to date with what we're doing. See you all next time, folks. We'll build this network on Scots with Soul. We'll build this network, Scots and Soul. Build this network on Scots with Soul.